What's good, everybody? It's your boy Sports Dad back with another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to properly hydrate yourselves. A lot of you are getting ready for your athletic events and things like that. And so it is important for you to take a deep dive into this video and follow along and to make sure that you are properly hydrating yourself. So don't go anywhere because we're about to jump right into it right about now. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this information, right? And when you hit the notification bell, of course, what that does is that lets you know whenever I post an actual video. And I'm trying to get the likes up and I'm trying to get the subscribers up as well. So make sure that you help me out a little bit with that because this is good information that I'm spreading. So let's talk about properly hydrating yourselves. You're probably getting a lot of instructions from coaches, things like that, because and by all means, you know, shout out to the coaches that are, you know, dedicating their time and like that, taking time away from their family to coach young athletes to be the best that they can possibly be. But they're probably letting you guys know, and it's no shade to them, hey, make sure you drink a lot of water, right? And that could be good, but that can be bad as well, because too much fluids can put you in a hyponatremia state. And so so what we want to do is you want to make sure that you have moderate levels of hydration. So with water is a great source of hydration. It's probably the safest and the healthiest fluid to drink because it doesn't contain like any sugar or anything of that nature, and it basically hydrates you. It quenches your thirst. Unlike other sugary drinks, when you drink those drinks, it makes you want to keep drinking them, right? But with water, if you drink a nice amount, it really quenches your thirst. So it's probably the best and safest way to do it. The only thing is that what water is just not by itself attributing to hydration. What really manages your hydration is your sodium levels. I'll give you an example real quick. My sister was in the hospital for maybe 3 or 4 days because her sodium levels were super low, right? And the doctor was like, you're hydrated, and it's because your sodium levels are very, very low. And I asked her, well, how did your sodium levels get so low, honey? She said she was drinking a lot of water because that's what she thought she needed to do. You know, we've been told that, you know, you make sure that you're drinking your 8 glasses of water a day and things like that. And sometimes you may feel that it's challenging and you're forcing yourself to drink water. So our bodies are actually created and it lets us know, the science in our bodies is super awesome, the anatomy. It lets us know when we are thirsty. And that's when we should actually drink because that way you won't wash away your sodium that's in your that's in your body. And what your sodium is responsible for, it's responsible for the balancing of your actual fluids. And so if you wash your sodium or dilute your sodium by drinking too much water, and then your fluids are not going to be balanced, right? And so so the thing is that make sure that you're paying attention to your sodium because when you don't have any sodium in your body, what happens is that you feel very lethargic. There's no energy, and your muscles and everything starts cramping up, right? I can remember going to an actual football game and all of the players just start falling out all over the place because they had cramps in their legs and things like that right in the beginning of the season. And so, but it was probably because their sodium levels were low, and your sodium levels are actually responsible. It helps you with your muscle as well, your muscle performance as well. So you gotta make sure that your sodium levels are where they need to be. And most importantly, with the sodium, your sodium is responsible. It aids your electrolytes. So basically it pushes the electrolytes through your system, right? And so if there's no sodium, then you're not going to have any electrolytes, which gives your cells and everything that energy that it actually needs. And so, so sodium is definitely needed. It is the key to electrolytes. And so, and if you're drinking way too much water, and if you're drinking too much water overkill, you're probably going to dilute your sodium and make your sodium levels very, very low. There are a couple ways that you keep your sodium levels where they need to be. First of all, you know, a high salt diet, a doctor may prefer, and by all means, I'm not a doctor, but in the event though that your sodium levels are low, then what typically happens is that they may tell you to do a high salt diet. Salt is basically, and I would say Himalayan salt specifically, right? That is a good way to make sure that your sodium levels are actually balanced in your body. But don't overdo it with the actual salt. Eating things like pickles and things like that have salt in it can help with that as well. And they may also tell you too to cut back on your water, so that when you do eating those meals and things like that contain the salt, that is actually sticking and it's getting your levels where they need to be. So it is the sodium, guys, right? It's not so much the water, but it is the sodium that help you stay hydrated, right? And it is the sodium that aids your electrolytes to get through your body and give your cells and give your body that energy that it needs. So if your sodium levels are low, then there are no electrolytes. Now, drinking things like, you know, Gatorade during a sporting event, it's cool, but, you know, I will probably try to balance my electrolytes the natural way. And here's the reason why, because there's a lot of, sugar that goes into Gatorades. They have the no sugar ones as well, right? But they also have electrolytes in them. So it is a great drink to actually take part in during an athletic performance or whatnot, because it replenishes your electrolytes. Because what happens is that while you're sweating, while you're doing your 2-a-days and things like that, you're sweating out your sodium. If you ever sweat it before, any athlete probably can attest to this, but if you sweat it before, after your sweat has dried up, you taste your skin or something of that nature, and it tastes like salt. That's because when you sweat, you're sweating out your sodium. And so when you're sweating out your sodium, guess what? You're going to need to replace it. So during an athletic event, it does you no good if you're drinking pop, any type of pop during an athletic event, because that's not going to help you stay hydrated. If anything, that is probably one of the worst things that you can drink during an athletic event. Even the sugary juices, stay away from that. It's orange juice, it's apple juice. It got a lot of sugar in it. I would stay away from it. So I would stick with either water, and drink water when you're thirsty. And I will also drink Gatorades, because Gatorades have electrolytes in it. And sometimes, no sugar Gatorades is probably what I would like to recommend, but it has the electrolytes in it so that you can replenish the electrolytes that you actually just released through your sweat. So make sure that you guys, do your own research as well. Do your own research because I want you to be educated. So here's what I do. I'm going to show you how I actually fix my water. You're going to show us how you fix your water? Yeah, because it's an actual art to it. But, you could just drink straight regular water, or you can add a little something to it. I'll show you. Hang on. Let me get some ice here. All right. Got my ice. Got my ice. But also got a lemon. Well, why do you have a lemon? Because there's a lot of health benefits in lemon. And also too, it helps with the taste. Lemon helps you stay hydrated as well. And also too, but it has a ton of health benefits in it. So you should actually try to drink lemon water every day, because lemon water, it helps because number one, it helps with the taste of water, and then also too, you can get a lot of potassium from lemon as well, which basically aids the electrolytes in your system, right? And electrolytes helps with the energy. Energy means better performance. And so and there's also other things with lemons too. It's stated that it aids you with weight loss, with weight loss, and it helps you with your digestive system, because it helps break down your food, because it's a little acidic as well. And so there are a ton of benefits with having lemon in your water, and you should definitely take advantage of that. But yeah, so I cut my lemon up. Let me see here. Cut it up into very little, small little pieces like that, right? In there. In fact, I'm getting ready to go work out right now, and I'll always fix me some lemon water, right? Okay, so that's that. And then what I do is I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it with the mother. Reason why I do that is because that aids you as well in your weight loss. Just put a little bit in it, nothing major, but that aids you with your weight loss. And there's a ton of health benefits with apple cider vinegar as well. I won't bore you with that, but it helps you with your weight loss. It helps you with your digestive system and things like that. I had GERD or whatnot, and it definitely helped me with that. I don't even take any GERD medication or acid reflux or anything like that. So, and then you just put your water in. Sometimes I either use my filtered water or I use some really good bottled water, right? Yeah. Give me all of that. And I make sure it's topped off. Top it off real good. Yeah. Bam. Put that in there. And I'm good. I'm Gucci, right? If I'm gonna be doing a lot of sweating, sometimes what I'll do is I'll take some Himalayan salt and just take just a pinch and just put it in there so I can make sure that my sodium levels is gonna be. But typically the food that I eat contains salt, so even when I go on sweat and things like that, my sodium levels is probably where they need to be. But lemon does help with your blood levels, and so does apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, it also says it helps cleanse your arteries as well. So if you're concerned about cholesterol and clogging your arteries and things like that, apple cider vinegar, just a teaspoon of that could help you. Can help you. And I like to put it in my water or whatnot, and it has a pretty good taste to it as well. Let's see. Oh my. Oh wow. That's hitting. All right, listen. I know there's a lot of information in this video, but hopefully you got something from it. But remember to make sure that you watching out for those sodium levels or whatnot. And coaches, stop telling your players to drink a ton of water. Right? Stop telling them to do that. And if anything, make sure y'all have some Gatorades on the side for the players, so that they could, get the electrolytes in their system. They're out there sweating like crazy, so keep their electrolytes up and keep their energy up, so that the hustle can stay up, right? That's what I would do during an athletic performance. All right, hey, listen. If you want to know more about recruiting and what it's like on the inside, make sure that you stay tapped in with me. I'm out of here. Yeah.